this off.
Okay, either way, we need to take the pledge.
Yeah.
And the other thing.
The
Read the
slideshow.
article.
The slideshow.
The article.
Wait, yeah, we can just read the article out loud. We take turns reading the article out loud. Do you have your phone?
Oh, my hands.
You got a phone.
Crazy.
What's the article? This link, right?
Take out all of that previous shit.
No, we should leave this for us.
No, it can't compress, that's why.
No, you know what I think I'm gonna do? Make like a private YouTube channel where it's like only people with the link can watch the video and put the link in the assignment.
Oh,
So she can like, and I'll post like the other ones there too.
are you uploading this on YouTube?
Yeah, I'm gonna make it like a private account, only can view with the link. But I'll give her the link.
And then we'll have it forever.
We'll have it forever.
It's immortalized forever.
Yeah.
It's kind of sick. Okay, so anyway, this is the article from Vogue. Environmentalists tend to be well-meaning, forward-thinking people who believe in preserving the planet for generations to come.
True.
They will buy reusable cups, wear ethically made clothing, and advocate for endangered species. However, many are hesitant to do the same for endangered black lives and might be unclear on why they should.
Fake.
Are we taking turns?
Yeah, let's see.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah.
As a black environmentalist, I've struggled with this. Why is fighting for my humanity considered an optional or special add-on to climate justice? I've stood behind white environmentalists during climate protests, but I felt abandoned by my community during acts of unjustified violence toward black and brown people. I've had enough. The time is now to examine the ways the Black Lives Matter movement and environmentalism are linked.
Hey, don't get my phone all gross.
I'm using my left hand.
This is my good hand.
Huh?
You know, I use one hand to hold the container and one hand to eat.
During the summer of 2014, I was on a break from college in my hometown of Florissant, Missouri, when Michael Brown, an unarmed black teenager, was shot at least 6 times by a police officer before dying in the street just a few miles from my house. His body lay there uncovered for hours as the community tried to piece together what happened without communication from authorities. Tension boiled over, and uprisings followed. Then I had to go back to Southern California to continue my environmental science and policy degree.
I think I've heard this story before.
I think so too.
Did we not read this a few years ago?
I think we might have. No, but yeah, right there.
Spending time in nature during the Ferguson uprisings helped me process the trauma of what was happening back home. Yet, I felt guilty at the same time. While I was at the beach or hiking, my family and friends were back home dodging tear gas during protests to fight for my civil rights. Why was I entitled to clean air, water, and abundant nature in Orange County when communities like Ferguson around the countries were not, both during times of unrest and beyond? Every time I took a deep breath outside, I thought about Eric Garner's final few words echoed recently by George Floyd: "I can't breathe." In my environmental science classes, where I was often met with confusion when I tried my best to advocate for the protection of people of color, I was shocked to find that very clear data that communities of color have been most exposed to poor air quality and environmental conditions. I realized my work could directly contribute to the fight against racism.
Okay. So it's more like the reason they're connected is because black people are experiencing more.
Yeah, that makes sense with like poverty and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll up the windows, turn off my car.
Roll down the windows?
Yeah, no, turn off my car so I don't.
Okay.
It's
You mind this one?
Yeah.
In a 2018 study on air quality published by the American Journal of Public Health, researchers found that non-whites had a 1.28 times higher burden and that black residents had a 1.54 higher burden than did the overall population of exposure to particulate matter. Particulate matter is a combination of solid and liquid particles in the air. When these small particles are inhaled, they can infiltrate your lungs and bloodstream and cause serious illness. Previous studies have also linked the disproportionate exposure to poor air quality and racial demographics. A 2016 Environmental International study found high exposure to particulate matter in certain communities of color. In addition to poor air quality, fracking waste sites are also more likely to be found in neighborhoods of color, which can degrade quality. Oh wow, I remember that word.
When assessing climate change and the increasing frequency of natural disasters, Georgiana Bostine, an assistant professor of environmental science, health and policy at Chapman University, confirmed. That's what's his name's university, bro. That you recorded all the videos last year. He went to Chapman. Anyway. Confirms the impacts are not borne equally by all populations. During Hurricane Katrina, the worst damage was found in predominantly black neighborhoods, yet the relief was far slower and inadequate compared to that provided to predominantly white neighborhoods and higher income neighborhoods, despite those being less impacted. Wow, that was a short one though.
These disparities are leading to both health and environmental crises that fall along racial lines in communities across the U.S. The systems of oppression that have led to the deaths of so many black people were the same systems that perpetuated environmental injustice. This realization pointed me to the term intersectional environmentalism and compelled me to introduce it into environmentalist dialogue to spark conversation and mobilize the environmental community to be anti-racist and non-complicit.
Okay. Yeah, let me take a bit of sugar. Intersectional environmentalism is an inclusive version of environmentalism that advocates for both the protection of people and the planet. It identifies the ways in which injustices happening to marginalized communities and the earth are interconnected. It brings injustices done to the most vulnerable communities and the earth to the forefront and does not minimize or silence societal inequality. Here, just a second.
The longer racism is not addressed, the harder it will be to save the
Do you
planet.
check your skincare's expiry date? Probably not. Average
Do you
skincare
check it?
expires after
Probably
2
not.
years. But
What the
mixed distance lasts
What is that? What is that?
I don't know.
only 6 months after opening. Why? Amazon
What? Why is it talking, bro? Where were we? The harder it will be to save the planet, in part because black activists' time and energy are being drained. Inconclusive climate justice activist Michaela Loach notes that allies should step up so black folks have the time and energy to invest in creating climate change solutions, instead of using our energy to explain our existence to other people in predominantly white environmentalist spaces.
Every environmentalist needs to hold themselves accountable and do their inner anti-racism work to achieve both climate and social justice. Take the intersectional environmentalist pledge to learn more about what steps you can take. Read Black Nature, 4 Centuries of African American Nature Poetry by Camille T. Dungy, and listen to the Yikes podcast. Just a few examples of my favorite resources and inspiration to start. We must move forward and push for intersectional environmentalism to save the planet and black lives.
Oh, is that
That's the whole
what's the
thing?
pledge?
That's the whole pledge?
No, that's the whole article, I guess.
No, but he just said the pledge, no?
Right here, it's on Instagram.
What was that long one that I read out last time?
Yeah.
Okay, you read it first, Justin.
Okay, wait. So, he's the pledge guy. He's in Boy Scouts. So you read the line, then all three of us will say it again afterwards.
Oh, I'm leading
Yeah,
it. Wait,
you're leading it.
I don't know how to.
You're the pledge leader.
Is this just POC?
POC.
Person of color.
You can say POC.
Is it POC? I feel like it's not POC. I feel like it's not POC.
It's
It's
not
POC.
POC.
Oh my god, bro. How do you guys...
Hey,
I watched a lot of shows with black people, bro.
Dimitri's blacker than us. Look at him.
Okay, it's a POC. It's a POC.
It's POC now.
And then what is this?
POC are people of color, bro.
Is this BIPOC?
Yeah, BIPOC.
Okay. Okay.
What is BIPOC? Again.
Like, kind of like biracial. But like with multiple minorities. I'm pretty sure.
BI. So something.
I think that, when I searched it up, that's what it said.
Yeah.
Like, it just means like you're, like, let's say you're black and Asian.
Oh yeah, I remember. Okay, wait. Pledge leader, go.
Okay, repeat after me, guys.
Yes, sir.
I will stand in solidarity
I will stand in solidarity
with Black, Indigenous, and POC communities and
With-
the planet.
With
with black, indigenous, and POC communities on the planet.
and
And the planet?
And the planet.
And the planet.
And the planet.
Yeah. I will not ignore the intersections
I will not ignore the intersections
of environmentalism and social justice.
of
environmentalism and social justice.
I will use my privilege to advocate for Black and brown lives in spaces where this message is
Go,
often-
buddy. Have that. Have that.
Okay, my bad. I will use my privilege
I will use my privilege
to advocate
to advocate. Oh, damn, motherfucker. Okay, a little more.
for Black and brown lives
for black and brown lives.
in spaces where this message is often silenced.
In spaces where this message is often silenced,
I will proactively do the work
I'll proactively do the work
to learn about the environmental and social injustices.
To learn about the environmental and social injustices
justices.
Black, Indigenous, and POC communities face without minimizing.
Black,
Indigenous,
and
and
POC
POC
communities face without
minimizing.
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 Okay.
Minimizing.
I will respect the boundaries of BIPOC friends and activists,
I will respect the boundaries of BIPOC friends and activists,
and do not demand they perform emotional labor or do the work for me.
And do not demand that they
be
perform
emotional.
Wait, repeat.
Wait, what?
Okay.
Those
let's
words,
do it
God.
again. Let's do it again. So you said the BIPOC friends, right? And
Yeah.
activists. And not demand they perform
And not demand they perform
emotional labor or do the work for me.
emotional labor or do the work for me.
I will share my learnings with other environmentalists and my community.
I will share my learnings with other environmentalists and my community.
I will amplify the messages of Black, Indigenous, and POC activists
I will amplify the messages of Black, Indigenous, and POC activists
and environmental leaders.
and
environmental leaders.
I will not remain silent during pivotal political
I
will not remain silent during pivotal political
and cultural moments that impact BIPOC communities.
and
cultural moments that impact BIPOC communities.
Hey, we did it.
Hey,
We pledged.
You know what, guys? On three.
What is it? What's it
what do you
called?
call-
BIPOC.
No, intersectional environmentalist pledge.
Yes. Okay.
Wait, no, not the pledge though. Just intersectional environmentalism.
True.
Okay, intersectional environmentalism on three. One, two, three.
Intersectional environmentalism.
That was sick.
Bang.
That was
That
sick.
was that sick? Was that so cool?
So we still have to make a slide.
Do you have to... What are the questions?
No,
What
it's
was the
like
other thing?
takeaways and
Okay, no.
how it impacts.
Oh, we have to fill out this thing too. We're filling out this thing on our own. That's like the link to
the
the.
fucking slide. Wait, you should ask her on Tuesday.
Yeah.
When is it due? Tuesday, right?
What? Okay. Wait.
Oh yeah.
I feel like we can say our takeaways because the rest is all stuff. We can make a slide.
Okay.
We
Well,
can-
let's say it in the video
Wait, should
and then
we-
ask her. And if she says we need the slides, we'll just make the slides.
Yeah, we'll just
No,
make
we should
slides.
just make a like a 3-person slide.
Could we? Yeah.
Oh wait.
Okay.
Can we?
No. What are our takeaways? What are our key takeaways from that?
From
The thing we just read. And the pledge.
no, because I feel like I've heard that story before. I've definitely
Yeah.
read the article before.
Really?
Yeah, I've definitely read it before.
Definitely. So
Wait, what class though?
I don't know, but it's like I swear you said you remembered it too. So it's probably one of the classes we
I
took.
remember the beginning part, but then I didn't remember.
so I guess
It might have been in U.S. history.
Maybe.
so then I guess after reading this article for the second time and experiencing more since that time, like what is different now? Or
Well,
what do you
I think one of my key takeaways was in the beginning, like combine. This is something that we talked about too in class, like combining environmentalism and like social racial activism. Like seemed like they had no crossover, and it was like kind of a dumb comparison or like connection. But after reading this article, like it's very clear because it has to do with the social conditions that lead to the like inequality in environmental
I'll be real.
conditions.
When I read the assignment, bro, I was like, what is this bullshit? That shit doesn't even connect.
Yeah,
But
but the article makes it make sense. Yeah.
Yeah, and I guess like this kind of idea of this intersectional environmentalism, like it didn't really strike my mind before.
Yeah.
But then after reading how the impacts are affecting like those Black, Indigenous, and BIPOC communities,
Yeah.
like it's bringing awareness. So I feel like a lot of people should try and read this article or at least learn about what intersectional environmentalism is.
So good job, Ms. Haraki, for having your class read it.
So what now?
Well,
Oh.
what are more takeaways? Why are you looking like that?
Okay, we're reading the reflections part 2.
Takeaways, reflection,
Call to action. So that's like what?
Yeah, so
What do you do with this
no,
information?
so
Like
it's
what-
literally up to the newer generations now because this is I guess an idea that wasn't realized for the
Back in the
people
day.
before us. So I think as a younger generation now, we have to carry on these ideas of environmentalism, but also this
I'm going to raise awareness.
raise awareness for the like inclusivity.
So like this assignment is raising awareness for the class. Now each of the people in the class have to like spread it to a few more
yeah,
people.
we're a call to action. So
And if
yeah,
we keep doing that, so
it's up to the younger generation now with all the technology and resources to put the word out and actually educate people. And then we can, re-educate like the older people and like bring like, this is what's happening now. And I think it's very important for everybody to learn this. So that's the call to action.
Well said. What's next?
Yeah, good job. Why are you actually spinning, bro?
Boom.
This is when you all come to my internship with me.
Wait, why? Why?
How did you strengthen or weaken your ha? So yeah, what's the like points of ha? It's definitely not sense of belonging for this one.
Yeah, this one's not sense of belonging. This is like the first one that's not.
This is a
sense of-
community.
Well,
No, it's definitely tied into community.
I feel like it could be sense of belonging for some people.
We could-
not
we could-
really for us. but-
Do you think like the races in our community are being
I
affected by
feel
this?
like it could increase sense of belonging. Not really for us, but for the people around us, which would.
Okay, yeah.
I guess-
So
no, but
that's
it's
sense
our-
of, that's
our-
then that's
it's
sense of
our
community then.
Yeah.
So I guess thinking about how this intersectional environmentalism could be affecting the races in our community, like the indigenous, like the I guess maybe Native Hawaiian people,
Hawaiians.
how it's affecting our indigenous people. Yeah, kind of just makes
Stop chewing on it.
Oh. Okay, no, you know what I thought of? I thought of like downtown Hilo, bro.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
This is like a downtown Hilo type of thing.
yeah. So it does strengthen at least my sense of community.
They just did a homeless sweep in downtown Hilo,
Mhm.
where like swept all the homeless people off the front to build the wall that heals. And a lot of people there were of marginalized groups, so that's a more social thing. And they're also living in environmental conditions that are much worse than the rest of us. So that's why we have to use our privilege. We have to use our privilege to.
He actually remembered the pledge. Oh, could it have weakened anybody's ha?
Probably other people's like sense of community. Because if that happened to you, you'd be like, damn, how you gonna let that happen to me, bro?
Yeah, a sense of like belonging within our society.
Oh.
But fixing it is gonna help it.
Okay.
But like actions like were taken in the article
Right.
in the beginning.
Alright. Is that all?
Good.
Wait,
I
what
think
else?
that's the end of the mukbang.
Wait, do we just create a group slideshow? We should create a
We can make one.
and then we like label it, like give an abbreviation to our takeaway, in each slide and our reflection and our strength and harm.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about, so.
But if
Okay. We have to do some additional reading too. We just add that on the slides.
Yeah. Okay, but this is our explanational video portion.
Thank you, Miss Aragaki. Bye, Miss Aragaki.